Now, I explain about the header. This is the header. This is called signature of the main method. In signature of the main method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms are there. As I told you already, if we have to know about them completely, at least 50% of the course should be over. Now, without having that problem, from real life I explain, then just understand, for every element there is a day. Then you can learn them complete. Don't worry about them. Just to take it as a thumb rule. Whenever you are writing main, public, static, void, main, string, args, right? That's it. Don't put semicolon here and public. Actually, main method. Program execution starts from the main method. That means the entry point for the execution. That point you have to understand about the main. Actually, why should we make it public? Public means it's open. Suppose you are residing in a home. The entrance gate is closed. Entire world cannot have interaction with you. If world has to interact with you, then what should you do? You must open the main door. Understand? Thereafter, inside home, some rooms are there. You may close them. Your bedroom may close, and your study room may close. They may be private, but your entrance gate should be open. That is that. Otherwise, entire world cannot interact with you. You will be alone. That's why main, by interacting with the outside world only, it can generate result. That's why we are making it as a public. That's it. Now, static. Actually, Java is a true object-oriented programming language. Anything via the object. Entire world is a collection of objects, and objects interact with each other, then only results are generated. There is a basic principle. Don't worry about that. That means without creating objects, we cannot do anything in Java. But creating objects takes some time. We have to learn many things. That's why without creating objects, if you have to write any program and all that, main method should belong to class. In order to make the main method attached to the class in which it is written, then what should you do? You have to make it, you have to earmark it as static. Just without creating objects, we are able to write program. So that is a static. Thereafter, void. Void means it does not return anything. Actually, method or function is a specialist in our real life. We engage several specialists to get the services, like a cleaner, like a painter, like a carpenter, like a tailor, like many people we engage. Some people return, some people do not return. Suppose if we engage a cleaner, he does not, he cleans and go. He does not return anything. As far as a painter is concerned, he takes paint and he does not return anything. As far as tailor is concerned, he takes something, returns some other thing. In that way, different types of specialists are there in real life. Regarding them, in the concept zone I explained, and that means certain specialists never return anything. Suppose a cleaner is there, he does not return anything. A painter is there, he paints and go, he does not return anything. So main also does not return anything. In order to tell that, you have to write the word void. All these are in lowercase. That point you have to understand. Okay. Thereafter, within the parentheses, round brackets, we are giving argument. String, this is array symbol, this is the name of the array. Actually, if you want to give any arguments, means inputs to the main, as strings you can give. That is the meaning. You don't worry about that. Just simple. We are not giving now. Actually, you may give, suppose you may give Mohan. You may give his age is 20, his height is 5. Like 3 data items you want to give. And these are converted as strings and given to the main. This is an array. That is the sense. Don't worry about that. So if you want to give arguments or inputs to the main method, through this you can give through command line argument. Okay, just that extent you remember. That means it can take them as strings only, is integer data. Even though it takes as a string, it is a floating point data, it takes it as a string. So main method can take input data as string. That much knowledge is enough. Okay. So about signature of the main I explained. Just outline is enough as a thumb rule. Whenever you are writing a Java program main method, just simply write the signature lowercase, 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 S uppercase. Its identifier is args in lowercase you write. Okay. Thereafter, what is our task? We have to write uh, system system out print line. What you want to write? You want to write a string Java. That's it. Actually, if you know C or Python, simply write a printf print. But here it is not so much easy. You must write system uppercase out print line. Invariably, you must write. If I explain about them, it may take another 10 minutes time. That's why as a separate video, immediately after this program in concept zone I explained. There you should not be distracted. At every time one focus should be there. If I talk about that, it takes another 10 minutes time. That's why separately I have explained. But at the same time you should not ignore. That's why whenever you want to write any string and all that, system dot, this is capital, out dot, this is capital, this is lowercase, print line, this is lowercase. This you remember and write. Okay. Thereafter, whatever you are expecting on the monitor screen, that you write. Now, hello Java, you are expecting to print display on the monitor screen. Then you write. As I told you, these are delimiters. These are not printed. Actually, in output, these are not printed. That point you have to understand. Actually, this delimiters indicate computer where string starts, where string ends. That is the purpose of that. But in our output, those are not printed. Okay, in this manner you write. As I told you, this I will explain immediately after this in a concept zone. Okay, and about this functionality also you can learn thoroughly. Okay, and finally this block is over. Only one statement is there. Here we are writing, this is the mains block, this is the mains class block. That point you have to understand. So we have written all the 8 lines of code. Actually, how to execute on GDB compiler. In the previous concept I explained to you, you learn the procedure of installing GDB online compiler and how to execute a program. A simple 2 steps I explained there. Just according to that, you simply first save it and save it with a name. Which name you give? You give like this, main only, main Java. Name you give and you can save it. Thereafter, you execute it. As a result of that, this output is displayed.